Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Monday, August 28th.
The inventory of available homes is up over 800 now and has been for the last 2 or 3 months.
But that's largely due to new construction, says Toby Tobin, the editor of GoToby.com and host of Real Estate Matters on WNZF. Tobin says rising interest rates aren't helping add inventory to the market.
Because people that own homes, over 50% of the present homeowners have interest rates of 3.5% or less. And there's a big jump in what you can afford at 3.5% up to 7% now. So they're basically locked in. New construction is filling the void, but we don't have enough labor. We don't have enough available land. There are supply chain constraints, and also the raising interest rates put a lot of pressure on the builders and developers, too, because many of them have to borrow money for their projects.
Anna Marie Long is executive officer for the Flagler Home Builders and Contractors Association.
One of the things that reduces housing costs is having an inventory. Prices just go up the less houses there. It's supply and demand. And we hear and read a lot of people saying we don't need any more houses. We absolutely do need more houses. And when people can own a house at an affordable rate, they can spend their money elsewhere.
An analysis by the Palm Coast Flagler Regional Chamber of Commerce shows the median sales price for homes in Flagler County may have plateaued at $400,000. That's still $100,000 more than it was 3 years ago. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
The new construction is bringing new students into Flagler schools. A new study by Davis Demographics shows Flagler schools could reach capacity by 2029, with rising student enrollment expected at both the high school and middle school levels. Their study shows that for every 100 new residential units built, 24 new students will move into the district. They also predict as many as 1,000 additional students could join the school system in the next 4 years. The numbers indicate a need for new school construction, but many on the Interlocal Agreement Oversight Committee, which includes representatives from the Flagler School Board, the County Commission, and the cities of Palm Coast, Bunnell, and Flagler Beach, were skeptical of the numbers. The committee will meet again in November to vote on the report and final district enrollment numbers. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
Persistence by the Flagler County Sheriff's Office has netted a suspected criminal.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office has captured a fugitive from New York State who had been on the run for nearly a decade. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says 37-year-old Derek Minosky learned the hard way you shouldn't come through Flagler County when you're a wanted individual.
Deputies stopped the vehicle for a traffic violation and determined the passenger was a fugitive from New York State. The passenger thought he could avoid apprehension and being held accountable for his crimes if he did not go to New York, not realizing that the warrant had a nationwide extradition pickup.
Sheriff Staley adds FCSO deputies don't miss a beat, and catching fugitives has become second nature to our deputies. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
As Flagler County grows, so does the Department of Parks and Rec.
Frank Barbuti is the Parks and Recreation Manager with Flagler County. He said on a recent episode of the Business Report that bringing the city of Palm Coast and Flagler County together was a good thing.
As far as the program is going on, as far as a collaboration with the county and the city, I think it's a great thing as a whole. I mean, as we move in the direction of the county going to a medium size, or that is definitely a need here.
Barbuti said that as the city and the county work together, they discover how much information they each have together. He called it a huge bonus. You can catch the Business Report here on WNZF Saturday mornings at 10 or on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, getting the city and the county to work together. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Lee Show with your WNZF local sports update.
Week 1 of high school football season is in the books. Rich Carroll and I made the trip to Live Oak for the Battle of the Bulldogs, FPC versus Swanee. Swanee scored on a 49-yard touchdown pass just 53 seconds in. After a 70-minute lightning delay, play resumed and Swanee added 2 scores for a 17-0 halftime advantage. But Darius Simmons started the game at quarterback. Cole Walker took over in the second quarter. After MJ Rawson took an interception back for Swanee to make it 24-0, it was Caden Gonzalez's turn.
Caden Gonzalez back out there at quarterback. 4 wide receivers. Grimes in the backfield with him. Fake to Grimes. Throw to the end zone. Wide open. And it's a touchdown. FPC to Zizak. A beautiful ball fake from Gonzalez. And a perfect pass for the touchdown.
That 25-yard catch in the fourth put FPC on the board 24-6. Gonzalez finished the game 6 for 8 for 90 yards and a touchdown. The Bulldogs would add 1 more score in the fourth quarter.
Gonzalez this time hands it off to Grimes, cuts to his left at the goal line. Touchdown. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That was the voice of Rich Carroll. Jaquan Grimes punched it in for a 3-yard touchdown. He led FPC with 49 yards rushing. Swanee wins 33-13. Coach Daniel Fish.
It was a rough one, man. I didn't feel like we went out there and did everything we could. We didn't stop fighting and showed a little bit of pride there at the end and showed some promising stuff, and hopefully we can build off that going into the bye week.
FPC has the week off. Bishop Moore comes to the South Friday the 8th on WNZF. Matanzas was also on the road Friday to take on South Lake in Groveland. Landon Grover got the Pirates started with a 36-yard field goal. Michael McGuire had a 3-yard touchdown run to make it 10-0. After a Shamarian Gaines sack on 4th down, Jackson Lundahl found Jordan Mills for a 9-yard score to make it 17-8. Cole Hash punched one in, and after a great grab by Daniel DeFalco, McGuire got his second score. He finished with 98 yards rushing in the Pirates' 30-8 win. Coach Matt Forrest on McGuire.
He played great, carried the load for us. He was able to have a lot of hard-fought runs and get us some tough first downs, and he found pay dirt twice in his first games. Proud of him and what he was able to do on the field for us.
The Pirates doubled up the Eagles on offense, outgaining them 249 to 125. But Forrest says that unit has more work to do.
I think defensively was a solid night. I think offensively there was a lot of room for improvement. It's better to be 1-0 than 0-1, so we'll take that positive into this week and try to find a way to beat Sequoia.
The Pirates play Tokoi Creek Friday. Rich and I hit the road again for the WNZF Game of the Week, live at 7. FPC Cross Country hosted the Spikes and Spurs Classic at the Flagler County Fairgrounds Saturday. In the girls' race, FPC finished 3rd, Matanzas 4th. Bulldog Ariana Slaughter was the fastest among Flagler County runners. The FPC boys finished 2nd, Matanzas 15th. Flagler County's fastest was Bulldog Braden Warmack. Orange Park swept FPC Volleyball 3-0 Friday. They go back-to-back in St. Augustine at Menendez tonight, at the Alma Mater St. Augustine Tuesday, weather permitting. Bowling, FPC hosts Mainland today. FPC weightlifting coach Dwayne Hagstrom was inducted to the Strength and Power Hall of Fame. WNZF is your home for local sports, with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.